So after Jesus resurrects from the dead, he appears before women and men. And he's appearing before these men and women, these women and men, because he wants these men and women, women and men to be his witnesses. He wants them to let everyone know what took place. And it's interesting because the scriptures tell us that there are times where he appears to some of them that are locked behind closed doors because of the fear that they were in. And we know that they were persecuted greatly because we go into the book of Acts and it talks about how men and women, women and men were being arrested because they were in the way. They were witnesses of in the way, and so, or witnesses of the way. And so as they're hiding behind these locked doors, Jesus still appears to them because the reality is that there's work to be done. I know you're afraid, but here I am, and you're going to be my witnesses. And so in their fear, he appears to them. He meets them where they are in their fear. And they had reasons to be afraid because if we go into the book of Acts, it gets to a point where they appoint these men to, take care of the widows and all these things. And then we see this account where Stephen is filled with the Spirit and he begins to proclaim the truth to the crowds, and they can't stand what they're hearing and they end up killing him. And before they do this, he says, for them to be, he prays for them to be forgiven. Please forgive them. They don't know what they're doing. Forgive them. And who's present? Saul of Tarsus, who is part of arresting men and women, women and men. But then after this prayer that Stephen prays, Paul leaves, or Saul, Paul, same thing. He leaves and he also is a witness to the Lord Jesus. So much so that his entire life is changed. And he's no longer on his way to kill men and women, women and men, but he is now going to be, his trajectory has changed, and now he's going to be joining men and women, women and men. And that is what God does. He allows for his witnesses to be men and women, women and men.